Hello everyone and welcome to NETCRYPTO, where you get important information and news about all coins and tokens of interest. And today we're taking a look at the scam Wall Street Pepe. So this is a token we highlighted as a scam as soon as it launched, right? Because the scammers who are behind Wall Street Pepe are behind plenty of other scams, right? Like I've shown you in previous videos. If you haven't, I'm going to show you a little bit later. But this video in particular, we are actually going to be changing things a little bit at NETCRYPTO because we need to actually ascertain exactly how the scammers are executing the scam. Well, this can be a little bit technical, right? I try to keep the channel simple because a lot of people who buy into pre-sales, I know some are new to crypto, right? It's just the fact of things. So because of that, I try to keep everything simple. I try to educate how you can spot a scam, things to avoid. For example, don't buy in the pre-sale. If you still want to buy the token, at least buy after the pre-sale, right? A lot of people don't also like that, but at the end of the day, you can't stop people from buying whatever they want to buy. The only thing I can do is to advise at least buy after the pre-sale, but not during the pre-sale, to avoid all sorts of scammy things. So this video was inspired by one of the subscribers who came in and he said, NETCRYPTO, I bought over 200 in ETH of Wepe. So I didn't know what that comment actually means, right? Is it over 200 ETH, right? Because that will be a huge amount of money. Or is it 200K, which is still a huge amount of money? But we've seen lots of subscribers who even invested even over 200K into some of these things, right? So I had to go and be a little bit technical, write some scripts, some queries, extract some data from Escan, right, to try and actually ascertain the largest transactions that we see going into this specific token, right? So that's what we're going to be focusing on in this video, right? So this is going to help us as well once they launch. So these are the transactions that I have managed to extract, right, from ETHScan, right? So it's not easy to extract these because ETHScan only allows you about 5,000 lines of transactions, but here we wanted the largest transactions that are over X amount of ETH, right? So what I did here, I only searched for transactions that are over at least 7 ETH, right? Because there are a whole lot of them. So this transaction here caught my eye, right? So I think it might be this transaction of the person who commented. I'm not sure because they didn't provide their address, right? But this is definitely going to be a wallet of interest all the way through to pre-sale, right? So you can see they spent 69 ETH, right, into this particular token. So that's over 200K, right? And we also do see some other interesting transactions here. 51 ETH coming from this wallet here, F489, right? We also see here E4, E5, right? About 40 ETH, 80 ETH coming from 6834. So one of the things that we don't know that some of these scammers do is they pretend, right, to be investors and buy with the ridiculous amount of ETH to just trick the community. But most of these are actually genuine transactions, right? So I did order it by the actual sender address, right? So you can see that this particular wallet did buy quite a few, right? They bought about 69 ETH, then 21 ETH, 11 ETH, 9 ETH, right? And then we've got also this wallet here with 27 ETH. So why is this important? Well, this is important because once this token launches, because with Pepe Unchained, they were able to scam a lot of people. But because of what we have discussed, right? We've discussed their scam flow. So for those who always ask this question, this is a list of scams that I have covered coming from these particular scammers. This is the only ones I've covered. The list is much bigger than this, maybe 3 times this, but these are the only ones that I have covered. As you can see, Wall Street Pepe is here. They've already released 2 other scams after this, Solexi and Best Wallet. And by the way, Best Wallet is a scam wallet, right? Don't use it. So let's just go and just check this, what we're talking about here, right? So a lot of people who buy into the pre-sale are going to be blocked. So majority of these people who bought on here, historically, they have been blocked. They were not able to claim their tokens. That's how the scammers are able to maintain the price point, right, into some of these scams, especially like Pepe Unchained is a strategic scam for these particular scammers, right? They are even using this Pepe Unchained in their best wallet support page, right? They're saying, how do you claim your Pepe Unchained and so on. The other crypto that they are using on their support page for on Best Wallet, right, is also Stars, right? Crypto All Stars, this particular scam that launched, I think it launched 2-3 days ago, right? And this token is already over 80% down. Just take a look at this, right? So this token is already 80% down. Soon after launch, it dumped, right? So we're going to start to track all the major transactions going in, because if people are making 2x, 3x, we need to start to see, okay, so this is the wallet that actually did put so many ETH. So if this guy who actually bought 20 ETH, right, guy or girl who bought 20 ETH, on launch, if this token goes 3x, 2x, 3x, we need to see the same wallet being able to claim, and we need to be able to see how much they're actually selling, right? And all those that are not allowed to be able to claim will be able to see it right here, right? Because we've got the wallets. That's what we're going to be doing. Well, of course, this now, by saying this, we're actually exposing our methods, right? Because all the money is going into this contract address, right? That's where it is going in. But we don't care, right? Because one strategy the scammers might do is they might try to now send the investors' money that is coming to these pre-sales into multiple different contracts to try and confuse us. But we can take a copy of all the contracts and just put them on an Excel sheet, and they'll start to watch this transaction. So already, I have now started to watch the transactions that are going into this pre-sale. This is going to be critical, especially when it comes to the time where they launch, where we are going to be seeing, right? So you can see some of these transactions, 7 ETH going into here. So these are the biggest transactions. But obviously, the transactions are thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands out there, because the people who actually put in $100, $200 are way much more than these whales, right? So it goes to the scam flow that we always talk about, right? So this scam flow, it's something that you need to start to understand at the back of your mind. So what happens with the scam flow is, let's say 100,000 people invest into this particular scam, right? So I keep saying this again and again, right? So if you've watched this, maybe this is a different angle that you might appreciate this information. So 100K of people actually invest into this. Let me just actually swap this out, right? Let me swap this out, because the shrimp actually does come first, right? So there's shrimp, and we have, right? So we have shrimp, fish and shrimp, shrimp and fish, right? And we also have got dolphins and whales, right? So what are we talking about? So if you just go to Dex2s, right? And you go to, you check these categories of investors. The first are the shrimp. These are who invest 1,000 below 1,000, and then the fish are the ones who invest 1,000 to 3,000. The dolphins invest between 3 and 10,000, and then the whales are the ones who invest over 10,000. Right. So I was mainly focusing on the whales in this one. So I want to see exactly what happens with the whales, because obviously the whales are much more than the smaller investors who are going to be investing below 1,000, right, and all that. So that's why we are actually now I'm starting to actually extract these transactions. It started by that particular subscriber who said, I've put over 200. So I actually wanted to see that transaction on Escan, but I can't verify that this is the actual wallet for that particular subscriber. If this is your wallet, just let us know, right? If this is your wallet address, your source address, let us know, so that we can actually track it. And when it comes time to claim, right, we'll be able to watch this like hawks, right, to see what the scammers are doing, right? So now we are trying to make life as difficult as possible for the scammers to carry on in the way that they are scamming, because now we have the addresses. Now we can see the money that is coming in, right? And we can see when it's time to actually launch, we will be able to see which of these have been actually blocked. And we want to normalize sharing these source addresses, right, on the channel. We want to normalize it because that's how we are able to catch the scammers, such that if they block you from scamming, from claiming, we'll be able to check them here. But unfortunately, I can only do this for the dolphins and the whales, right? Because going through all the wallets, right, will be next to impossible because it's just huge. That's another tactic the scammers can use as well, right? So we just have to wait and see here what is going to happen after launch. Just let me know, right? If you are any one of you, if you have invested, let's say if you're on this list of over 7 ETH you've put into this, right, you can just let me know which one is your wallet, right? And then we can track it for you so that when they launch and they prohibit or they block you from getting your tokens, as you see from the scam flow, right? If they block you, you buy in the pre-sale, they block you, you can't claim. They allow most of the fish and the shrimp, these guys right here. These guys are 80,000 from the 100K who bought in the pre-sale. The dolphins and the whales are only 20%, right, of the people who bought in the pre-sale, but 80% of their value is blocked, right? 80% of them are going to be blocked from actually claiming, right? But 80% of the shrimp and the fish will be allowed to claim, right? Soon after pre-sale is done, they'll be allowed to claim, right? Especially if they are not staked. So remember, don't stake. That's another thing. Unfortunately, all those who've staked will need to wait for 7 days after the actual pre-sale has concluded, is launched. The other thing is, it seems like they were telling this subscriber that it was supposed to launch like yesterday and what. So I just hope. Wow. Caution, this account is temporarily restricted. This just happened like right now, right? Absolutely weird. Yeah, so I think it's currently, yes, view profile. Let's see. Okay, so that's absolutely weird. It just happened like just now, right? So this is a scam. We are following it through. We are going to make life as difficult as possible for these scammers and report them on X, right? Report these scammers. So we make life difficult for them, right? So that they don't continue to scam in the way that they are doing, where they pretend they're not scamming, but they're actually scamming a lot of people. For example, Pepe Unchained, this is not the true price. The true price is multiple zeros here, right? I think it's over 3 zeros now. But because of the multiple people that are locked up, they are blocked, they are not able to actually claim their tokens. They are pretending as if everything is good, but it's not, because there are lots of investors who are still blocked. They are not able to claim their tokens. But moving forward, each and every scam, I'm going to try to go and ensure that I extract the list of all the major investors into this. But unfortunately, here we're going to be focusing mainly on Ethereum. I know they do allow people to invest with different types of currencies, right? But of crypto, well, for now, we'll go Ethereum. We can go with other cryptos as well, but that will take a lot of my time, which is why I say, guys, if you want to support the channel, right, you can join the membership of the channel. You can drop some ETH, right? So, or BNB down there in the description to just support the work that we do here, right? Because this actually does take time, right, to investigate, to check what is going on here. So this is the update for this one. We are going to continue to update this list, right, especially as we get closer to launch, right? So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.